Hello and welcome back to the E-Girl Has Opinions. So there was an article that went across my newsfeed on Twitter yesterday, and it read, UK mom cleared after having sex with boy 14 reportedly plans to make an OnlyFans. And this caught my attention for multiple reasons. The first one being that I haven't heard about this or really seen anybody talking about it yet, and because it should be called child, not UK mom cleared after having sex with boy. That just doesn't make... This article was published on December 7th, which was yesterday, and there was another article that was published December 3rd, which first covered this topic. And I want to go over both those articles today because I just, you know how I feel about female predators not getting enough hate. But before I get into that, I just want to thank everybody again for subscribing. We just passed 16,000 subs, and my goal by the end of the year now is 20,000, and we have a couple weeks left in the year. Well, it's the 8th, so you know, we have like the rest of the month left to make that, and it would be really cool. So if you don't mind subscribing and liking this video, if you like the vibe, I appreciate it. Also, if you guys can hear the like air of my space heater in the microphone, I'm really sorry, but I live in a house that has no central air and it's like 50 or 40 degrees outside, so there's no heat in here and it is just cold, cold, cold. This week has been one of those where I am just questioning how much longer I can stand to be on this planet. We've had the pyrocynical allegations having more information brought out. We have the kiwi situation, or the red kiwi situation, which is just a huge... Blech. So like I said, the article that I saw yesterday came out yesterday, and I wanted to go back and look at the original article and kind of discuss both of them because they both are just kind of... The first article that came out December 3rd reads, UK mom weeps after being cleared of knowingly having sex with underage boy. Again, it should be called predator weeps after being cleared of sex an underage boy. A UK mom wept in court Thursday as she was cleared of knowingly having sex with a boy who was only 14 years old after he admitted previously lying about his age to set up a social media account, according to reports. Mom of three, Teah Vincent, 32, admitted to initiating the teen after inviting him and a pal into her... I'm not even going to try to say that because every time I try to pronounce any type of British or European town, they get mad at me, so I'm not even gonna say it. But insisted she thought that he was 16, the legal age of consent in the UK. So here's the thing about the legal age of consent anywhere. It's one of those things which Onision and many other, much like this woman, need to learn, is that just because you can does not mean that you should. It might be legal, but morally a little bit corrupt. She told the court that it was only after they were finished in bed that the schoolboy panicked and confessed his tender age. She was cleared of knowingly having sex with an underage boy after the court was told how he had lied about his age before, including when setting up a Facebook profile when he was too young to be approved, the Sun said. Oh, it's the Sun. So the Sun, if you don't know, which is another video that I really want to cover soon, the Sun is the same news source that also said that Johnny Depp was in the wrong and caused him to lose his role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, even though there was so much proof, video, photo, audio evidence of Amber, his ex, being the one who him. So now that I know that the Sun is involved, I just... Hey, so really quick, editing Ashlee here. I was just looking and placing different clips from the article into my video in my editing program, and when I looked at the desktop version, this is a different article that showed up from December 2nd, and that is one that I did not see when I was looking at it mobile, when I was reading it on my phone. So this one adds an entirely new element to the story that I'm not going to ignore, but I'm also not going to go back and refilm my video. So I'm going to put the very important and gross excerpt from this article right now. In my personal opinion, this article changes absolutely everything that I said in the rest of my video, but I'm gonna let you guys be the judge of that. He admitted to the online line court, but still insisted that he definitely did not tell Vincent, I was 16 going on 17, before they had sex in October 2018. The jury of 8 men and 4 women deliberated for just 1 hour and 4 minutes before clearing her of the leaving her in floods of tears. Her attorney had reminded jurors in closing arguments that they had to put aside any feelings that Vincent's behavior may have been morally questionable. Your role is not to make moral judgments, but to decide if she broke the law. Okay, she didn't know that he was under 16, which again, you are 32 and you have children. Why are you with teenagers? This is a really, really tricky situation to navigate because, of course, you should be looking for if they broke a law rather than if they did something morally unjust. But it's also one of those where it's just like, I suppose the thing to look for in a situation like this is repeated offenses. And if she does something like this again, then it's time to bring a little bit of morals into it, because it's just, so then moving on to the article from December 7th, UK mom cleared after having boy 14 reportedly plans to make an OnlyFans. So here's the thing. We talked about in my video on Gabby DeMartino why people like this are going to be the ones that end or change the community guidelines in OnlyFans, allowing not safe for work content. And I had somebody leave a comment on my last video saying that covering celebrities and people misusing the platform is something that should be done by asking a worker about it, asking them how they feel about it. Hi, hello, I am a worker who uses OnlyFans to sell not safe for work content. I've been on a hiatus for a little bit, but I definitely, when I'm talking about this, I'm not trying to make OnlyFans look like a bad platform. I'm trying to spread awareness of the people who are misusing it, or the people who should not be allowed on the website. Teah Vanity, who we got his page taken down pretty much the same day that he made it, and Gabby DeMartino, who is now suspended from the website, actually terminated from the website for misusing it and selling child porn. When I'm talking about things like this, it's not me trying to talk down on OnlyFans, because I am so grateful that OnlyFans has provided such a safe and comfortable place for any gender and any type of person to make content that is not safe for work and get paid for it and truly empower themselves in a safe environment. OnlyFans is not the problem. People joining the platform who are are the problem. I just want to emphasize that before I get into this, because I feel that person clearly didn't even watch my last video, because I made that very clear. I just spit everywhere. A mom of 3 who was cleared of knowingly having sex with a boy who was only 14 now plans to capitalize on her notoriety by peddling images and videos on a website, according to a report. I'm thinking about doing an OnlyFans account. People already hate me, so there's not much to lose. OnlyFans is a subscription site where subscribers pay to view content deemed too for social media. Vincent, 32, admitted to initiating sex with the teen after inviting him and a pal into her home. The mom insisted she thought that he was 16, the legal age of consent in the UK. I don't like that they're trying to make OnlyFans sound like it's just like a raunchy, dirty website, but again, they're associated with the Sun, so I'm not entirely surprised that they're trying to over-dramatize things. Again, OnlyFans is a safe platform for workers to participate in selling content, but it was not made for that. It was made for artists, celebrities, anybody who wants to sell content of any kind, obviously not illegal, to have a platform to do that on. I'm kind of iffy on how I feel about this article even existing as it is, because I feel like the way that they're wording it, maybe if they worded it differently, I wouldn't feel so conflicted, but I feel like the way that they're wording it is kind of trying to diss on OnlyFans. Am I the only one kind of reading that tone from this article? Because I feel like it is a good thing that people are putting it out there, because then a person like this, who should be a registered sex offender in my opinion, she said in an online rant that she hopes the teen's family gets karma, the Sun reported. I'm not an evil person, but what this is doing to my family, she said, along with a crying face emoji, in response to a social media user who told her she was pretty lucky to have been spared a jail sentence. She told the Sun that she was embarrassed by the ordeal, which has wrecked her life. It's also wrecked any chance I would have had of a career. I'm too embarrassed now to do anything. I've got people on my Facebook I've never met telling me I'm a bad mother, and that is really upsetting because my kids are my world. The fact is, I've been acquitted by a jury, and the people need to respect that. It's time to try and rebuild my life and just get on with it. She keeps bringing up her kids and the fact that she's a mom and she has a family. Okay, so do the teenagers, the actual kids that you are with. Because the age of consent is 16, that does not mean that person is an adult. That means that person is a teenager who is of age of consent. That does not mean they are an adult. I do believe that the legal age to go to bars, get cigarettes, what have you, in the UK is still 18. You are a grown woman who is attracted to 16-year-olds, and like I said, I highly doubt that this was her first time with a 16-year-old. If she was so comfortable jumping into bed with one and bringing him and his friend over to her house, her whole demeanor about the situation is very much, well, I didn't do anything wrong. You are quite literally double his age. You are 16 years older than this 16-year-old boy. When you were his age, he was just being born or not born yet. He was still cooking in the womb. That is gross. You have children and you are gross. So I think the moral of this whole thing is just because you can do something does not mean that you should, which again is something that people like this person in Onision need to hear. I refuse to accept the double standard of women and females and the media not getting as much hate and not getting the proper terminology and articles for what they've done. Like this woman, because this woman was described in the article as a UK mom who had sex with a 14-year-old boy. No, she is a who accidentally had with a 14-year-old boy because she was currently preying on 16-year-old boys who are just barely in the realm of things that she can touch. And if this was a man, there would be outrage all over the media, but because it's a woman, they are categorized as this accidental thing, this mom, this 32, this young whatever person. And that's just something that I'm never going to agree with. I think that there is a very clear double standard in the media, and I just don't, whether it's legal or illegal in the UK, I just think it's really weird, and I let my personal opinions kind of get the best of me in certain parts of this, so I'm gonna try to obviously make this presentable. But I would like to know what you guys think down below, because this is a very weird situation, and I think that we're all on the same page here, at least on this channel. Thank you guys again for 16,000 subscribers, and like I said, if you really enjoy this video or the vibe or any of my other videos, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here. Would love to make 20,000 by the end of the year. Be sure to like this video as well and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and that's pretty much it for now, so I will see you guys next time.